Good morning, this is Cecil and Blues. Thank you for joining me as we continue to build the Radiant Estate. Well, the building is done, actually, but we still have a little bit more work left to do. We are on week 94, and we must complete the second, third, and fourth wings of the Darkest Dungeon. Today we are not going to be doing that. We have a couple of people in stress relief, and we have some treatment going on our party that is going to next tackle the Darkest Dungeon. Today we're going to go into a long mission in the Cove, and this... Oh, shoot, I didn't give him trinkets before I started this. Darn. Okay, what do we give him? Trinkets. Not the Hell's Hairpin, because we're not going to be running low torch. We could go Hell's Hairpin. She doesn't have any bleed skills. So what's a good option there? Damage versus Unholy is probably unnecessary. You know, I could do, what's the one that gives bonus damage versus Eldritch? No, you know, actually, I think maybe that's something else. Okay, hold on a second. Unequip all trinkets. There we go. I had some missing items. Okay. I give her a Fish's Heart combined with Flesh's Heart, rather, not Fish's Heart, and then Hell's Hairpin. Jester should go. We could give him less stress as well. And then give him the Bloody Die. And then here we're looking at possibly crit versus Eldritch, damage versus Eldritch, and bonus damage and bonus stress. Alright, yeah. This guy, bonus stun skill. Those are probably not going to be what we're leaning on for damage. We're not going to have any blight, but what can we do to increase his ability? Damage on, that's on melee skills. Crescendo box combined with the ethereal crucifix. Yeah. Alright, so I like it. Well, I think this will buy us what we need. We have our Jester available. If stress starts to get out of control, we can switch his skills and start removing stress. Let's dive in. What are we going to do? We'll take enough shovels to hopefully not be in trouble. We're going to take 3 keys, and we're going to take as much food as we can. And then we're going to take 2 stacks of torches. I feel like I've learned my lesson. What else? We already have some medicinal herbs, so might as well take in a full load. We have a barbarian anyway, so that'll be helpful to her in certain situations. Alright, I like it. Let's go on this mission and see if we can't complete it in less than an hour. I've had bad luck with them in the past. And I'm also a little bit sleepy, just rolled out of bed. Sometimes when I say good morning, I really mean it. But I got caffeine in front of me, so we will get alert.
Caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares.
Okay, we got a little... Oh, see, I like this. This is a much better layout, and it's really not that big, to be honest. But we have to complete 100% of room battles. We can assume that there are going to be a lot of them. That's the other thing we've learned here. Alright, we got a fight upcoming. We should still have max light. We have surprised them. Well, Abyssal artillery back there. And then harvest.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
More damage. It'll still take more than a turn to take care of them. We can sacrificial stab, though, try and kill this front guy. That did more damage than I thought it would. So that leaves Wicked Hack. Looks like he'll still get 2 actions, depending on how fast it is. I mean, it's a snail, right? They should be slow. Oh, no, it'll die, though. Anyone need any health? Alright, Jester's just got a thing. I'm gonna do that, just to hack on the body. We can also Adrenaline Rush. Doesn't get rid of any stress. Oh, there's the big heal. Okay.
Slow death, unforeseen.
We're just gonna leave behind the heirlooms. They mean nothing to us. Now the question is, do you take the extra food? I don't see why not. Alright, well, it also actually had no food inside it, not a single bit. And then the question is, do you start cracking over in these chests? That is a lot of ground to cover. Maybe you crack one? And you question if it was really worth it. Being a little bit more judicious with our torch use than I normally am. Oh, hello. Surprise these guys again. I don't know if it's the exact same group, but it's similar. Okay, this does 10 to 18 damage. This does 5 to 10. Well, now let's do what you do. Follow that up by a harvest. Oh, okay, we're not going to do as well this time as we did last time. Spearfishing may pull us forward. It did, but not in a dangerous way. Our occultists, they are in a specific order for a reason. I maybe should have changed one of their colors so we could tell them apart. That'll take care of that. Why didn't we get that crit earlier? We can heal. Five hit points. Let's do a breakthrough then. And then a dirk stab.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
So that ends the combat. Collecting a bunch of trinkets. Well, let's put everybody back in order. Get our light back up into its proper position. We can use the medicinal herbs on the fish corpse. And we've picked up a little bit of value if we're willing to sacrifice something in our inventory. I say we get rid of the debuff charm. I know we have a ton of those back at camp. Alright. Our next room has no combat.
Another misfortune.
Okay, I misread the screen. Apparently it had combat. Not a disaster. Okay, no, we're fine. We can harvest. Ooh, resisted the bleed. Gotta get a good hit here. Wiped them both out.
Destroy them.
Now the question is, do you go for a stun on this guy? I think you go for a stun on this guy while you build up bleed. Ooh, he resisted. That's what I was worried about. That is a huge bleed. Alright, we can switch to slice off since it's a single target. Okay, it's gonna be one of those days. Gonna be one of those days. The low hits, they just keep coming. We're gonna yop again. Oh no. I know you need a healer. I would hope they go before you, because actually you're gonna get so much bleed that you're gonna drop down. Ooh, we kept him out of death's door. That's good. What is going on? Oh no. Stun's gotta work one of these times, yeah? No? Could you hit her? Shit. We get a good heal roll here. Alright, well, maybe we start hitting things. Someone's gotta do damage. What is with these terrible rolls?
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Base? No, yeah. He's dead. Oh, this is the worst. Yeah, sure, now you get the crit once he's already been on death's door. I want you to feel pain. Oh god, stop stacking that bleed. Alright, I regret that I didn't bring bandages. What is he at now? 13 for 3 rounds. What's his health? I thought maybe that'd be worthwhile damage. Could we bleed the person who can heal their own bleeds? Just be appreciated. Alright, he's dead next round. We can worry about dealing with him. Oh. One of them is not going to be able to heal this turn. It's a good crit. I guess we vulnerability hex. Finale, hope for some. Doesn't even really matter. Okay, so that fight went really terribly. I suppose we could have drank some holy water to help out a bit. What do we want to throw away at this time? The holy water is probably what you throw away, so we'll just have them drink some of it. Let's remember to put them all back in order. Take the gold. I am not going to touch the altar. And we go on to room 4. Uh, 9 to 15 damage, or... Yeah, okay, so the sacrificial stab is the better damage. Follow that up with... Possibly you do a breakthrough here. I would have liked to have seen how much damage the Jester was going to do. 8 to 16? 4 to 7 really isn't that much. But if it gets him down low enough that the Jester finishes him off, or we could be, that could be the one guy we miss. It would have done it. Man. Alright, well, in that case, we'll have to use Hands from the Abyss and not heal.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
Slice of dice. Our Jester is just suffering endlessly. He's back on death's door.
Teach teetering on the brink.
At least he's not bleeding this time, so we might have a chance to deal with that. Get the health back. Slice and dice again. We gotta do more health to him. It's just gotta be done. We're gonna spend all day trying to keep him alive. Let's get rid of her debuff. And go for a wicked hack, which will not get the kill. So we'll go for a wicked hack, guarantee that death.
Give them no quarter.
And then we get Dirk Stab, followed by Finale next round. I don't know why he's getting so many crits against him. One hit point. Guys, come on. It's 13 damage. She needs health too. There's 16, but he's picked up the bleed in the process. We'll be able to finale. Great. This is very, very bad.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
We'll eat some. We may have to actually camp here to restore the situation back to a victory. Do we at least find this gold on the ground? Is that the best strategy? I don't know. It's a full stack of gold. Nearly a full stack. Maybe the medicinal herbs are... Maybe it's past their usefulness. Probably not. Okay, we're not gonna open that. Alright, let's get a torch up. I should have put everyone back in their proper order. No combat in the next room, but combat in the hallway. I would... okay, we'll fight this fight, and then we'll camp. We got a ruby. Rubies are very valuable. What can I throw away for a ruby? Crusader only. Stun skill chance lowers dodge. That's not a great trinket. Get our torch up before we encounter these guys. We'll hopefully get a surprise off. Another one of those chests that I don't want. Alright, what can we do here? We'll try and kill one of them. Son of a biscuit. Stunned, so we can't get that kill. Not a great start. One death is good, but we got so much healing that needs to be done. Alright, that's dead. Now we can focus on healing with everyone but our Jester, I think. So many stuns. Jester, dive forward. Let's try and heal the Jester, who is just been having a bad day. I'm actually gonna heal the Hellion. Salty Gouge. That one's a... No, that is a stun. Oh, nope, that's the bleed. Yeah. Alright, that'll get the kill.
Annihilated.
Put everyone back in their positions. We do not need the heirlooms. Nothing going on in this room. Let's camp. Let's camp.
Circle in the dark.
do a feast, get a whole bunch of health back, and stress relief. Now, I think I can. I could have. Darn. If I had turned back time, I could be dealing with this. Oh, well, he might not be able to target himself. Ooh, I can Dark Ritual. It'll kill our torch, though. I think it's worth it. And then here we can prevent nighttime ambush. And then we could also Dark Strength if we wanted, but nah. Let's see, we could instead use Encourage, yeah? No, Mockery, all companions minus stress, but 1 plus stress. So we choose him. Okay, that was less useful than I thought it would be. Oh, and that gives it to everybody except for him. Okay, no, it works out. We'll have to find someone to deal with his stress in the future.
Secrets and wonders can be found.
So that cost us our torch.
Of this place.
So it cost us 3 torches, 4 torches, to do that.
Star is born.
So we'll have to be a little bit careful. Okay, Dark Shanty guy is a problem. Explosive guy is a problem, so we probably deal with Explosive guy first. Actually, we may not have a choice. Alright, that's dead. Let's Explosive guy. Oh, perfect! Let's go here. Wow, okay. We've killed most of their group except for the Squiffy Ghast, which is going to be a stress giver. And stress is bad. But our Jester can switch his spec and start doing stress relief if necessary. We're going to Weakening Curse. Vulnerability Hex. You know, I realized I was supposed to take Weakening Curse, so that we could just weaken the heck out of things. We'll be dead this turn, though, with the power of our Jester. We'll Weakening Curse him again. And it's kind of unnecessary, but sure, whatever. That picked up a Steam achievement. Mine goes to 11. I assume it's getting a incredibly high crit on Finale. So what else do we have room for here? Oh, we kind of have room for all of this, don't we? Alright, well, I'm not going to touch the relief. The crate is empty. And was it worth it to come down this hallway? Let's find out. It was a waste of time. Oh well. At least there wasn't a shuffleable wall that we had to get through. That would have made it more hurtful. We don't know what's in this hallway. Well, one thing that's in this hallway is a trap. Now he's got minus 20 dodge and minus 5 speed for 12 rounds. He's not going to be doing anything for at least this next hallway. At least there was no combat in this room. Yeah, I'm not going to touch that. It could give us stress relief. Oh, please, no combat. Thank you. Oh, come on. Well, at least she dodged that, so she's not affected. Alright, no combat. I mean, that's positive. Alright, here we go. Incoming stress. It would have been nice to surprise these guys. Oh, a miss on the Abyssal Artillery is going to hurt us pretty bad because it's going to give an opportunity for the Flegate champion to get up his defenses. A stun on our Hellion is no good either. Double dodge. He didn't put up his defenses though. That gives us another turn to kill them.
The ground quakes.
All right. I mean, again, that could have gone better, but we could have paid a higher price if things had gone differently. Unfortunately, our one occultist has been relegated to healing because he was the only one who had sacrificial stab, and now he's in the back row. Both of our occultists are kind of in that position. We could barbaric Yob since she's kind of screwed up right now anyway. So that's gonna bleed to death. We will dive forward with our Jester, who can then follow up. We can also Weakening Curse here.
Great is the
and then do
weapon
some
that cuts
healing.
on its own.
Or we'll have our we'll have our Hellion buff herself to cancel out her debuff, and then we will put some health back into our Jester. One whole health back into our Jester. Octocesses still does 10 damage, even though he's got minus 40% damage. That's a real bummer. He resisted at that time. But we'll do a finale. Does almost no damage. It's looking pretty bad there. We could stun him again. I'm down for that. And then we put some health in there. Weakening Curse is now all that Occultist can do. Oh man. Her damage is going to be pretty nerfed at this point. Get some actual health into our Jester. Resisted the bleed. Most of the damage is that bleed. Up to 80% reduced damage. I'm down with that. We could stun him again, but I think we want to do as much damage as we can, honestly, at this point. Because we are going to get bonus stress if we do not end this fight quickly. Let's vulnerability hex him even. Okay, we didn't get the warning this turn. So we have at least 2 more turns to end this combat. 10 hit points. I think we can finish him with our Jester and our Hellion. So let's try and get people's health back under control. Okay, good. Good. Sapphire. Food. I will take the blight medicine. I think bleeds are more important for what we've been running into in this dungeon, but... so where do we do our second camp, you figure? Probably in 2 rooms? We want to be a little bit careful how we use our torches, because they are getting a little bit lower than you'd maybe like them to be. Do a little bit of healing. And I think you leave behind that. We do have a blockage that needs to be cleared. If we run into 2 more of those, we're to... Oh, the collector. Hello, sir. How are you? I would have liked you to have acted faster than those people. If I finale, I pick up a damage debuff for a considerable amount of time. It's not gonna kill him. But it also would be the only way to get myself in a position that I'm going to be able to use Harvest on his minions, yeah? 'Cause I can't do that from row 1. And I don't want to waste a turn moving with our Hellion. So, alright, the fact that we got a giant crit off that makes me feel pretty good about the decision. Now the question is, do you go for the double stun? Iron Swan would have been nice, but obviously that's not going to happen. Alright, we'll go for the double stun. They won't get to act this turn anyway, but they could be a problem next turn. And we'll start working on this highwayman there. I'm going to try and pull him forward. It has its advantages and its disadvantages. Advantage, our Hellion can reach it, our Jester can reach it. Disadvantage, we can't hit it with Abyssal Artillery. Alright, I'd say we did pretty good. We can pull this forward now. No. Yeah, I think Harvest is the right call. Alright, Head Games is a guard. We weren't working on that guy anyway. 37 hit points to go. Sacrificial Stab would have been preferred, but you gotta take your kills where you can get them. It wasn't gonna bleed to death. Show Collection is a stress move, but I don't think it spawns any more ads. Nope. Head Hunt is gonna do some damage to our Hellion. She resists the bleed. At this point, we can only Weakening Curse. And Vulnerability Hex. I think we can pick up this kill this turn without too much of a problem. There we go. Ooh, big crit though back there. That, yikes. You Dirk Stab first. And then you do some Reconstruction. Very low, but gets him off Death's Door, which is a good thing he got hit again. So back on Death's Door, more stress.
The true test. Hold fast or expire.
Fortunately, he did not pick up the bleed again. Oh, these are very low rolls. Try and get his health back under control. And, I mean, I'm not going to bother with Finale, because it just needlessly debuffs him in case we get into a fight. Alright, Anti-Venom, gone.
Can be felled. They can be beaten.
Let's put everyone back in order. I think we just got to go with what we have. I'm going to drink this holy water before we go into this room. Oh, they surprised us. What? Okay, a nice big crit, good. A nice big crit, bad. That's... yeah, that's gonna be a Death's Door for him. Good news, almost all of them enacted, so... this is a really really, really bad situation. We probably should yop. Although if we break through, we might be able to pick up that kill. Oh, man. Yeah, it's not good. Sacrificial stab, I suppose. We'll pick that. Oh, come on! A breakthrough is a movement skill. I didn't know that. Alright, hopefully pick up 2 kills here. There, okay. Things are a little bit under control. Stressful incantation I'll deal with. Then we need to put health... Oh, no. Oh. Looks like he didn't pick up a bleed or anything terrible like that. Guess we'll work on that and... Yeah, I don't know if how I feel about that. Okay, it was a bad call. It was a bad decision. It was a bad decision. It's a bad decision, and I paid the price. Alright. Shit. What do? You kill this, and then you look at your team and you decide what the hell you're gonna do about it.
A trifling victory, but a victory.
Eat some food. And we're not going to run away. That's what cowards do. But I do need to make room for this sacrificial cauldron in my inventory, which means we are throwing away this jade. Also, we're probably going to camp. And I hope we don't have too much more of this.
Gather close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
So, how's everybody doing? We could get some stress relief. It's actually not that good. It's only going to be one of you, really, so... Oh, man. Well, we have to abandon hope. Alright, let's do this. That, followed by this, followed by that, and then encouragement there. What else can we do? We could do dark strength, doesn't seem good in this situation. We could pep talk. We could also pep talk. We could reject the gods. No. We could revel. If we still had our debuff removers, that might be worth it for the stress relief. Might actually just be worth it for the stress relief. Yeah, let's do it. That's good. Okay, so no nighttime ambush.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
We lost one of our occultists.
Only the strength to follow it.
I think we can still finish this.
Finding the stuff is only the first test.
I would like to get the Ancestors Trinket. Okay, I'm glad he dodged that as well.
The light, the promise of
We have
safety.
5 torches left. This is a nice big fight. I don't know about that exploding guy. I don't like his place.
A decisive
Good. Ooh, that is possibly the worst circumstance we could have had happen. And the reason it's so bad is I can't reach him with my Jester anymore. but I don't think he'll explode this turn. Did he move forward as well? No. Yeah, I don't know if he can explode. Oh, come on! If he explodes from back there, we're just screwed. And now we have horror, which is like stress damage over time. Okay, one down. 2 down. There's the barnacle barrier, which you expect. The plus side of that barnacle barrier is it opens him up to taking damage from other sources. We are going to weakening curse him. We're not going to. But I probably, instead of harvest, I should have done slice off. Maddening Shanty, put up more stress. We're not in the worst position I've ever been in. Okay, that's stun. Removes the protection, but we probably want to kill him first while he's in that second row to stack up bleed. Here we don't really have much of an option, so we will heal. I probably should put sacrificial stab onto that occultist now that he's stuck in rank 3. Bleed is not what we wanted. Doing the damage is necessary. Low rolls on these heals is making Tony sad. Alright, he's bleeding for 9. That's still not enough to kill him in one turn. Maybe a barbaric yop will solve that problem. There we go. He's dead. By the time he can act again, we can focus on this maddening shanty guy, the ghast. Oh, I better make sure he's still bleeding for 9. No, he's bleeding for 5. So he is not dead yet. Well, now he is. But he got one more action than I thought he would get. So, what do? I think you dive forward, and then you finish it off. Actually, probably won't even be necessary. I mean, I'm actually thankful he dodged. Oh, but it didn't matter because I can't heal from back there. Whoops. Alright, let's put people back in a conceivably positive order.
So too will resistance.
Let's go into here and see if we can't activate sacrificial stab. Get rid of the pull and go for the stab. There. Opens them up just a little bit more. Let's use a key.
If only treasure could staunch the
We had
flow
thrown away our jade,
otherworldly corruption.
and we don't have room for the citrine, so let's move on. We're gonna eat some food with our jester. Clearly we have at least one more combat room. Keep an eye on our torch. Fudge.
Mechanical hazards possessed by evil intent.
It's not good. Having her have her accuracy, speed, dodge, and speed all nerfed down is going to make for unpleasant combat. And another maddening ghast. Squishy ghast. Oh, man. Alright, what are we gonna do? Still scratch. Well, let's start working on these bleeds. And Abyssal Artillery in the back row. Not something you expect to hit the Flagged Champion with, but... let's try and limit our exposure. Off-kilter jig throws him into the back. Our stress and horror is, yep. About what you expect. Dead next turn, good. Eldritch Pull, we dodge, which is good because he can't do much out of his current position. Sacrificial Stab will do 9 to 17 damage, whereas this will do less. Also, probably Weakening Curse instead because it's going to get intercepted. Octocessus does a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, no crit. We resist the bleed, or maybe there wasn't one? I don't know. I'm just gonna start hacking. Maddening Shanty, our stress is just in a terrible place. Resisted, the guy who needed the bleed resisted the bleed. Alright, 7 hit points left. He is bleeding for 8 for 2 rounds. So he's done. So let's deal with this whiffy ghast. Feel like doing some health is important. Oh, we got bled. Alright, let's Dirk Stab, which we can then finale next turn. It'll be kind of unnecessary to finale it with only 8 health remaining. Alright, well, the fight is over. We got a little bit of stress relief from a nice crit there.
Success so clearly in
And combat is definitely in the next room.
trick of the light.
We're gonna eat more food. The figurehead will buff one of our guys. So let's do the Jester. It might be stress relief. It was good. I think it can also be like a damage bonus. Okay, at least one more room of combat. We're gonna have our Hellion touch this. Nothing inside. There's a trap coming up. Which I think our Jester can deal with. 80%, 60%. Well, thank you, Jester, for getting that correctly. We need to bring our light up, so if we get jumped, we can properly buff. I'm gonna bring the light up again from 80. This is definitely combat. Oh, another one of these son of a bitches. They made our life terrible at the beginning of the dungeon. Okay, would have liked to have gotten that fantastic crit and death before he put on the extra stress on our cultist, but... Alright, dead next turn. Well, that can be fixed. That can be fixed. Let's just have to do all the damage we can. Could you please put a bleed? Why on him? Can you see his trinket? That dodge is no fun. We will have to Dirk Stab forward. And, alright. Maybe I just won't be forward then. We'll just be on death's door, not be able to heal. With a bleed. Alright, well, it seems like we're probably going to lose our Jester. Yep, alright. Well, now our team is basically non-functional. Like, we might survive this fight, but if this isn't the last combat, we're done. We gotta leave. We can chunk this guy down before he kills us. Assuming he just doesn't, you know, chain stun our entire party. But it's not going to be a quick process. Two more rounds, maybe? Uh-huh.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna get a arterial pinch so she can bleed to death too. No, okay, good, fine. 1 hit point, of course. Gotta stretch it to 1 more round and a dodge. All right, I may be tilting here, guys. I may have lost my will.
Has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Okay. Still doesn't mean that we're done. I gotta find room for the Jester's trinket. And the only reasonable place is the torch. It was not the last combat. So we've journeyed all this way. And we cannot risk walking these last 2 hallways. Just 2 people is not enough to deal with this. So throw away the food, take the gold, and abandon quest. Wow, that's incredibly disappointing. I wanted to end this recording in under an hour, but that's not how I wanted to do it, certainly. Oh, man. So we failed to collect the Ancestor's Trinket that was promised to us. We lost 2 people. The Shrieker's Prize, stunned by the apparent value of things concealed amidst its putrid feathers, onlookers wondered if a trek to its perch might not be in order. So, this is a chance to fight the Shrieker, and I think this means we actually kill it. I'm not sure, but this is definitely a rank 5 mission. Yep, and then we pick up the Callous Talon. Or Talon. Callous Talon. It is bonus crit, resist disease, resist bleed if low torch. But bonus stress. Alright. Well, maybe that'll be worth it. Maybe we take our team went into the darkest dungeon to face that guy. If they suffer losses, then, you know, things happen. Meanwhile, we have got to make sure that this is dealt with. We want Slowdrawed gone. And we want... He has a disease? I didn't know that. He has the worries. Well, that isn't gonna fly. Okay, compulsive, not a problem. Ablometa, not a problem. So the worries, that needs to be dealt with. And then they're probably both going to also need stress relief. No one else really needs stress relief. Well, okay. Our people who just went out definitely need stress relief. So. Alright, we suffered some deaths. It wasn't cool. Still no sign of a replacement or a what do you call those ladies? An Antiquarian and oh man. I've been drinking caffeine. I don't know why I can't make words work. But we restored all of our trinkets. That's good news at the very least. So, we brought that stuff back. We have so many trinkets. We probably should sell some of them. I don't know. I'm grumpy. We should have successfully completed that mission. We got some bad luck, a couple of early death blows that, like, you know, statistically speaking, maybe we should have been able to survive. And then we would have had more people at rank 6, and it would have been positive and joyous. We would have had a big party. There would have been cake. There would have been streamers. There would have been those little umbrellas that you put in drinks. But now we don't have any of that. Now we just have sadness. Alright, well, thank you for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the episodes. If you are, make sure to hit the like button. You can subscribe to the channel to be notified when new episodes are posted. I try and get them up every morning. We are rolling forward. We are going to face the Shrieker in our next episode, and that will allow us a chance to finish kind of getting our guys set to go back into the Darkest Dungeon. I'm pretty sure we're completely out of bounds for completing by week 99, because we'll be at 90. We are at 95, so we'll be at 96 after we fight the Shrieker. We'll still need to go in for treatment, so we'll be at 97. So the other option, the other choice that I could have is I could deliberately go into the Darkest Dungeon, starting with a little bit of stress on those units, and then if we complete Darkest Dungeon 2, 3, and 4 in succession with no mistakes, with no stumbles, then we can do it. So I suppose you gotta do that, right? Like, that's the narrative strength. You're going for that goal. So maybe we'll try that. Thank you so much for tuning in again, and I hope you have a great day.